Even though Vanderpump Rules is a dramatic and scandalous show, Scheana Shay, a key cast member, and the production team were involved in more drama behind the scenes. Following the thrilling conclusion of Season 11, Shay spoke with several cast members on podcast episodes and interviews about the displeasure of the production that they were not living up to their expectations as reality TV stars. Alex Baskin, the executive producer of Vanderpump Rules, has refuted Shay's assertions. Nevertheless, the fallout from the scandal that rocked the media industry was revealed in Season 11. The dynamic between the group members shifted after Tom Sandoval cheated on his 9-year fiancée with her close friend, Rachel Leviss. Breakups occurred amongst friends and romantic partners, but more significantly, viewers wondered if the show would survive. When Shay made some startling remarks regarding the inner workings of the show, which Baskin later questioned, she had the series' future first on her mind. Find out exactly what Shay said, Baskin's response, and what this might indicate for a potential Season 12 by reading on. According to Reality T, in June 2024, following the Season 11 finale, Scheana Shay spoke on her podcast about the behind-the-scenes details of the show and provided additional insight into her emotional and hostile behavior toward her best friend Ariana Maddox behind her back. But executive producer of the program Alex Baskin disputed her statements. Shay carried on, stating X, Y, and Z needed to occur, it was said. Alternatively, after a brief season, the show will be cancelled, ending its existence. Shay is alluding to the last action that transpired during the show's end. Things in the show were heading toward Ariana Maddox and her ex-boyfriend Tom Sandoval sitting down to talk. Shay pushed for this talk to take place because she was both of their friends. Shay and the other cast members were angry that Maddox fled the event before the confrontation began, stating that she had no intention of speaking with Sandoval. Breaking the fourth wall, castmate Lala Kent expressed her annoyance with Maddox for not giving the audience what they wanted. Reality TV stars Kent and Shay believed Maddox was underperforming and jeopardizing everyone else's careers in the absence of a season. Shay and Kent believed that Maddox didn't fully disclose her life on screen, which was unfair to the other cast members who performed their parts. Shay went on to say that she was upset with Maddox's behavior because she thought production was fabricating a sit-down between the ex-couple in order to boost ratings. Variety was informed by Baskin that Shay's assertions were pretty dramatic, heightened account of what happened. Baskin disputed Shay's assertions, looking back on their interaction. The producer stated, "We did gather the entire cast, and we felt we had reached a moment in the season when I truly think that they were touched by what was occurring on social media. It wasn't that we asked them to fabricate anything. Rather, we were essentially directing them to block out the background noise and produce the program that they had produced over the preceding 10 seasons." Baskin went on to detail the requests he made to the staff. "It didn't mean we provided them with talking points in particular. All it meant was that our show had succeeded since everyone was rowing in unison and responding to one another, and we've moved past it. Therefore, we believe that we ought to step in that regard." Shay discussed how the cast meeting affected her on her podcast. "After that day, when it was like, well, we don't want the show to get cancelled, I believe Lala, and I felt a lot of pressure. Shay and Kent began to seek more from Maddox as a result of this idea." In contrast to Shay, and in favor of Baskin, Kent had a different interpretation of the events. "What I gathered from that meeting was not what Sheena gathered," stated Kent in a 2TS and a Pod episode. "I never participated in a production as a puppet. I didn't feel that the production was attempting to influence my opinion in any way." Even if Baskin, Kent, and Shay all see things differently, the conclusion might still have an impact on a potential third season. For fans of Vanderpump Rules, the Season 11 finale was a dramatic one that raised questions about the show's future. The program might not come back in large part due to the significant changes in the buddy relationships. Bravo supporters' hopes are dimmed now that the cast is split between Team Ariana and Team Sandoval. According to Reality Blurb, following the Season 11 reunion, Vanderpump Rules was placed on hiatus. This meant that unless things worked out among the cast, the sitcom would not resume production. In a few months, the production will have a better idea of the show's direction. According to executive producer Alex Baskin, everyone needed a vacation to recuperate and rejuvenate because of how stressful the season finale was. Andy Cohen doubts Ariana Maddox's dedication to the show, even in the unlikely event that Vanderpump Rules returns for a second season. Maddox's split has caused her to go through a lot over the last 2 seasons. Reality Blurb claims that Cohen is uncertain about Maddox's potential return for a second season. Maddox's career has expanded in a variety of ways after the split. According to Variety, she signed brand collaborations with DSW, Bic, Uber, and Bloomingdale's. Maddox has also taken over as Love Island, uses new host. With so many options, she isn't depending solely on Vanderpump Rules for financial gain. Along with Katie Maloney, a cast member, Maddox also launched the eagerly anticipated sandwich restaurant Something About Her. Alex Baskin's comments refute Scheana Shay's belief that the actors had to create or embellish scenarios in order to justify the show for a second season. Time will tell if a new season of Vanderpump Rules is planned now that the show is on hiatus.